Do you remember the Miami Mall UFO incident that happened in 2024? Why did the police pull up so deep over teenagers supposedly fighting at the mall? Why were people reporting seeing a 9 to 10 foot grayish looking alien? And apparently people reported seeing strange lights in the sky earlier that day. And this came shortly after the Las Vegas UFO incident.
Everyone saw a shooting star, then these people say there's aliens in their backyard.
So when this video hit the internet, it went viral really quick and people thought it was like round 2. Now of course the official story is going to be, you guys are crazy, there's no aliens, and that's just social media for you. But you guys know me, I gotta look a little bit further than that. Here's a little clip from the scene. And here's a clip from outside of the mall. And here's a clip in question. Like, what is that? So there were a few people in the mall that reported seeing these shadowy figures that were making a hissing or almost static-like noise. And apparently that's when everyone panicked, and that's why the cops showed up so deep to try to contain the aliens, not a fight. But according to the police, they showed up so deep because they said the teenagers were setting off fireworks, but at first people thought it was something else going off. I can't say what on here. But they showed up deep because they thought it was going to be something a lot more serious. But then they just found out it was teenagers fighting and setting off fireworks. So assuming that is true, that would make sense that they would show up that deep if they thought it was something really serious. And there's a few claims out there that surveillance tapes were pulled and that people leaving the mall had to show the police their phone to let them check through it to make sure there's no footage of the shadowy figures. Now that only came from one source, so I can't really confirm that. So if you were there in Miami, definitely let us know in the comments if that did happen. People also reported strange power outages across Miami, which were a real thing. And according to the official report, that was because of a car accident in Miami Gardens. And they later claimed that this clip of the shadowy figure outside is altered with CGI. And this is the original clip. Which, in my opinion, still doesn't really explain that much. The official story seems to cover pretty much everything except for this strange video. So this one is kind of up in the air. I could see how chaos would ensue either way, and it may not have gone as viral if it wasn't for this Las Vegas UFO sighting, which I think is pretty wild, and I've watched the video 100 times at least, and I'm still pretty mind blown. It's one of those videos where you have to really look for it, but once you find it and see it, you can't unsee it. It took me like 15 or 20 tries of watching it to really be able to point it out and be like, oh, that's it.
911 emergency.
Minutes later,
There's like an 8-foot person beside it, and another one's beside it, and it has big eyes and looking at us, and it's still there.
If you guys want to deep dive on this video, let me know.